Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Gerardo Morillo, founder of ProsperityLifeHacks.com. Today, we're going to be talking about affirmations, what it is, and how it works. First things first, everything and anything is an affirmation. And what I mean just more specifically about this is every single thought in your mind is an affirmation. Every time you talk, it's an affirmation. You want to think of your mind and body system very similar as a kind of machine. Every time you talk, you're pumping those things into the machine or into the mind and body system. Every time you have a thought, you're pumping those thought strings and streams of thoughts into the mind and body system. Okay? This is why it's very important for people, sorry, my nose is stuffy, who are always complaining or who have wrong, negative, or are just not thinking correctly. And they realize this because what they're doing is they're affirming negativity in their life. What they're saying is, I want more negativity. And the mind-body system or the subconscious mind says, okay, I give you more negativity. This is why it's very, very important to be careful and also moderate the kind of the mindset so that your mind is not off track and not deviating away from being positive. You know, that's pretty cliche, but the point is that it's very true. You know, you got to be positive. When you're being negative all the time, if you are being negative, it's going to put you in a downward spiral. Once you're on that loop of negativity, it gets really, really hard to get out of negativity. This is why it's very important to be positive and think positive. Now, with affirmations, specifically on this channel, you see the affirmation statements on the videos, and what you can simply do is just pick your favorite video, pick the one that resonates the most with you, that is most relevant to your interest, based on the things that you want in your life, and you can just copy the affirmation statements on a piece of paper, or you can just put it on a journal or something, and then you can just say them to yourself. Just say it out loud. That's one of the things that I realized when I was watching these videos myself, where it was so these are the thoughts and the affirmations that I'm supposed to have so I can get the thing on top. So if I want the thing on the top, I need to do the following affirmations. And I think this is very true. Now there's some probably degrees where it's not 100% fully true, because it's how do I say this? It'll take a long, long time before those affirmations work in that way. Which is why the videos on this YouTube channel work to speed up the process. What it does is that it increases your ability to, to kind of switch your subconscious mind, the beliefs in your subconscious mind. So it'll turn certain things off and it'll turn certain things on. So if you have the belief in your brain somewhere that I'm a loser, well, that is stored somewhere in the mind, that's stored somewhere in the brain. And when that happens is that when you're out in the world and when you're out doing whatever it is that you want to do, you will be projecting that I am a loser. Whether or not you really are a loser or not. You could be a winner, but if you're thinking like a loser, you're going to be projecting that I am a loser vibration, or that I am a loser. This is why it's so crucial and so important to make sure that your mindset is what it's supposed to be or where it needs to be, because anytime you have any kind of subconscious limitations, and I'll talk about this more on a different video, because this video is not about subconscious limitations, but it does connect. Anytime you have a subconscious limitation, it's going to mess up your manifestation, or your ability to get the things that you want, your ability to get the outcome that you desire. This is why it's very, very important to have positive supporting beliefs that will help you get the things that you want. And this is what affirmation will do for you. You can simply say, I am strong, I am powerful, I am confident, I am brave, I'm socially confident. Now for the people who, this is where it gets a little tricky too, or whatever affirmation you want. It gets a little tricky because how about, if it isn't true, how about if I'm not confident? Well, the trick here is to find a justification. Because I struggle with this myself too. It's like, but I know I am, but I don't feel like I'm not, and this and that. It was very weird. But it was like, the trick here is, can you find 1 second to justify that statement of I am confident? Let's use that one, I am confident. Let's say, I don't know, like, particularly with like guys that say they're not confident with women, and they want that statement, I am confident. They want to use that statement, I am confident. Well, can you find a specific moment in time where you do radiate that confidence? And the one that I like to use for this is like, well, I'm confident when I'm brushing my teeth. I'm confident when I'm going to the gym. I'm confident when I'm going out for a walk. I'm confident when I'm going out to eat. I'm confident when I'm alone. I'm confident, as I'm running through this process, I start to realize that, okay, there are many situations where you can be confident in. It's just that you're not really realizing it, because it's like, when you're confident and when you're on flow, you don't even realize you're being confident. You don't even realize it. You're just being on flow. You're just doing what it is you want to do. And that's what confident really is. Confident is just, you have a thought and you have the ability to take action. Specifically easy action. When you're confident, the things that you do will be very easy because you're just on flow, you're just relaxed. And that's what confidence really is. And this helps, it's funny because this whole complicated system really is just about having our mind and body system back to where it's supposed to be. On a high flow, positive flow. Problem is, as from 0 to 25, the ages between 0 and 25, people accumulate a lot of shit, a lot of crap, a lot of negative beliefs. There's school indoctrination, school hypnosis. I'll talk more about that some other time. Because naturally, when you're hanging out with different kinds of people, especially at a young age, where kids are just being kids have limiting, they're out learning, and you're using your subconscious, and they're using their subconscious, and certain things kind of happen. Not to say it's wrong, it's just that a lot of bad things happen during that kind of 0 to 20 process where, and especially if they're not corrected, they form a long term limiting belief, a long-term bad pattern, and then at some point, it can really mess you up. Because I think a lot of times between 0 and 20, those things are not really corrected. So when you're out doing something else that you really do want to do, or whatever it is, it becomes a problem. Because people are still carrying these limiting ideas, these limiting beliefs. And this is not anyone in particular, because this is just the way it works. Anyways, back to affirmation. This is why affirmation is very important, because affirmation will help boost up one of your beliefs that you want. Now, on a conscious level, if you're doing it consciously, it's going to take some time. I still do affirmation even regardless, because I think that there's something to it, where, especially in the morning time, when I'm just waking up, I like to do affirmations as a way just to kind of like a warm-up, or like a pep talk, kind of like a motivation booster, a way to be more productive in the morning. I personally feel like it does work, just because it just adds a little flow, just adds a morning, a little positivity right in the beginning, and I feel like it does help. I don't know how much it helps, but I do feel like it helps. Especially since I combine it with meditation as well. So what I'm doing is I'm adding positive thoughts to the equation, and these thoughts lead to, more positivity. And the mind uses those strings of positivity, and you'll be able to channel in the right direction because now you have these kind of positive thought strings, and these things will form beliefs, and you'll just kind of like end up in the right direction naturally and automatically because you are practicing these affirmations, or if you're listening to the videos themselves, then that's going to skyrocket your ability to be automatic, to think, to be natural, to do the things you want to do. I know when I personally started watching the videos, it took me a while before I was realizing what was happening, but I was able to kind of see what was happening, and at the same time it was doing a couple things. It was destroying a lot of objections, and then also adding positive thoughts, and at the same time, like if you combine this with like visualization, and then you combine this with like emotions, like it's such a powerful thing because in a sense, like the whole concept is it's something that you're supposed to be doing anyways naturally during your day. Like you want something. Like if you take that whole concept of the affirmations and you reverse engineer it, and then you just kind of like say, let me just do that while my waking day. And if you do that, like that will work. And I will explain about that in a different video, but because this video is more about affirmations. In summary, you need supporting belief systems. Affirmations will help you overcome limiting beliefs, as well as form new positive beliefs that will inspire you to do whatever it is that you want to do. Alright, thank you for listening. This has been Gerardo Morillo, founder of ProsperityLifeHacks.com. Bye bye now.